Errol the Truth Spence, new IBF champion, says he can one time. Keith Thurman. Stay tuned. Boxingego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you guys hit the like button. It's important for the channel. And also subscribe if you like the content. Now, Errol Spence Jr., his name is definitely buzzing a lot more than before because he had his big step up. He stepped up in class, fought Kell Brook, and beat him. He improved to 22-0 with 19 knockouts, and he's now the IBF champion. Now, I did a video earlier. He was on Sway's Universe, link in the description, and it's a long interview, a long healthy interview where he's just talking about a variety of things. He talked about sparring Floyd Mayweather, and it's funny because in that he was saying that just Floyd's kind of hand-eye coordination, his reaction time is ridiculous, his work ethic, things of that sort. And it's funny to me because I told y'all in January, tell the truth, tell the truth. A lot of what people talk about on this online stuff, and I make money online, right? So I do online, but I'm talking about like people in the comment section who, if you go to their profiles, no profile pictures, nobody knows them, they have 0 videos uploaded, you know what I'm saying? And they be saying the craziest stuff. Those people, right? And all the stuff they say about Floyd, but none of the fighters are saying the same thing. Like, oh, Floyd's the biggest pussy in boxing history and stuff. And people who've been in the ring with him, sparred him, whether they're friends or not. Like, okay, you could say Errol Spence is friends with Floyd, but Berto, him and Floyd are more so just acquaintances, and he's even given up for the same reason that Errol Spence is. He's like, man, the dude for 40 or whatever age, his reaction time is just ridiculous. He has fast cat-like reflexes. They're all saying the same thing. So I'm gonna have to believe them, the people who've actually stepped in on some level, sparring or pro. Now back to Errol Spence Jr. I mean, there was almost 30,000 fans, and he nabbed the IBF belt in Kell Brook's backyard. Now on the Sway's Universe, he says he believes he can stop Keith Thurman. He called him out post-fight, and I like that. I like Errol Spence going after it, saying he wants to unify, saying he wants the Pacquiao, which I doubt will happen because Pacquiao at this point has resorted to fighting the Jeff Horns of the world. So I don't know if that fight will happen. But Keith Thurman, he seems like he has the fighter temperament. Like he might. Before, it was looking like, Errol Spence, who is he? He hasn't fought nobody. But now he has something that Keith Thurman should want, which is that IBF strap. If Keith Thurman were to beat Errol Spence, then now he has 3 belts. Vice versa. If Errol Spence beats Keith Thurman, he has 3 belts. So slowly unlocking that puzzle to becoming undisputed. On this interview, Errol Spence says, and I quote, "I can knock him out. If I hit him with the right shots." With Keith Thurman, he's been knocked out before in the amateurs. I've never been knocked out or dropped in the amateurs. He's been dropped and knocked out in the amateurs. Everybody knows that. He can be knocked out. It's been proven, right? He also says, which I said in the last video, he believes that Thurman faded in the Robert Guerrero and the Garcia fight. So naturally, I'm gonna tell you this just from being around fighters. If the guys are in and around the person's weight division, they're checking for them. They're picking out what they believe to be flaws, whether they can capitalize or not. So best believe Errol Spence has studied Keith Thurman. Whether he could be successful and beat him or not, he's studied it. He was at I believe the Keith Thurman Danny Garcia fight. So he knows this is someone he may have to fight. Him and Thurman and Gervonta Tank Davis were all on the Showtime panel in between fights one time. I think it was maybe Berto Porter, one of those fights. And this is a fight that's brewing. I personally want to see it. I've already said my opinion. I do think Spence can beat him by stoppage, but I'm not sleeping on Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman is a champion, and it's kind of like a Freaky Friday if you think about it. Thurman, lately he's been plagued with some injuries and some hiatuses, if you will, but Thurman was the one in the same position as Spence probably 3 years ago. He beat that Laura dude on HBO. It was supposed to be a Maidana fight. Maidana pulled out of the fight. You guys got to do your research when it comes to this boxing. Thurman was actually, they had a commercial. I wish I had it. I think I had it screenshotted or saved, but they had a commercial on HBO at the time. Thurman was on HBO for Maidana versus Keith Thurman. But Maidana's team was like, who the hell is this dude? 19-0 with 18 knockouts or whatever his record was. And then they end up pulling out the fight. They didn't like it last minute for Maidana for whatever reason. And that, oh my gosh, that would have been a good fight. I love Chino Maidana, but Keith Thurman's a beast too. So anyway, Keith Thurman was in this position. He was getting like Julio Diaz's and those people, those types of fighters. Like, you know what I mean? That's a career lightweight on PBC, and he was lusting for the bigger names. Now you see that with Spence. Spence got the momentum, and he's super hungry trying to get those big names. So we'll see who gets that big payday. I don't really think Pacquiao wants to fight either one of them. I mean, if Cotto could make 47 still, I think those would be great fights too. Keith Thurman or Errol Spence. I mean, dangerous fights for Cotto because he's a little bit older, but you can't sleep on Cotto. Cotto, if he prepares right, I mean, he went the distance with Canelo. I have my own thoughts on that, but let me know what you guys think. Can Errol Spence knock out Keith Thurman? And I don't even really want to talk. I just want to see this fight. Some people feel that Thurman will easily beat Spence. Some people think Spence easily beats Thurman. Like I said, let's keep this thing rolling. I'll give you guys the updates and some of my views and opinions. Let me know who wins this fight. And this is definitely one I got to see. Other fights that I want to see is like Danny Garcia versus Shawn Porter. There's a lot of good ones. Drop it in the comment section. Make sure you share the video, like the video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.